Good morning, students. In the budgetary control chapter, we have completed the flexible budget. Now we'll go for the cash budget. The cash budget is prepared to know the cash balance available in the budgeted period. So, what is the cash balance after considering the what are the payments and what are the receipts in the business? So, after considering all the receipts from the business and all the payments made from the business, what may be the cash available after certain period for a budgeted period? It may be for 2 months, it may be for 3 months, or it may be for 6 months. So, that kind of estimation will be done with the help of cash budgeted. Okay, so cash budget is prepared to know the after 3 months. For example, I'm telling 3 months. So after 3 months, what may be the cash balance available in the business after receiving some payments and after receive payment of some expenses in that 3 months period. In that 3 months period, so that we can come to know that what is the status of cash balance. Okay. See that the cash budget is prepared to know the cash balance, the liquidity of cash available in a regular period or the budgeted period. It may be for 1 month, it may be for 2 months or 3 months or 4, 5, 6 months. They will do the estimation that what are maybe the payments will be received, what are maybe the uh, received from the customer, what are maybe the payments made to the suppliers, and what is the sales receivable. All that they will estimate in an imaginary figure. On that basis they will estimate what may be the cash balance available after 3 months, after 2 months. Like that they will do the cash budgeting. Okay, so here you have to understand what may be the receipts in the business, what are the sources in nothing but receipts is nothing but the sources. What are the sources the cash will come into the business, and what are the payments when the company will make as a expenses to the outsiders as well as to the insiders, that is to the employees. All that going to be estimated here. Okay, so when the receipts and payments, so receipts and payments, we can usually you can see that these are the receipts. Cash sales, that means sales made with the cash. Payments, immediately they will pay the cash, they will receive the amount. Then receipt from debtor. Receipt from debtor means when the company doing the business on a credit basis. So after the credit sales, they will receive from the debtors, from the customer in a regular intervals. Later I'll explain how the time period will be given. Then dividend income. That is, if the company invested their money in the shares of the other companies or any banking sectors or anything, okay, insurance companies or financing companies, mutual funds, anything they've invested, if they received any other income, that also will be considered as a receipt. Then issue of shares and debentures. When they're issuing the shares and debentures of the company, also they'll receive the money in the name of shares and debentures. By allotting the shares and debentures to the public, they are there also they can receive the money. Then loan borrowed, that is they can borrow the loans from the bank. So all that will be considered as a receipt here. So cash sales, receipt from debtors, dividend income, issue of shares and debentures, loan borrowed, all that receipt. Cash sales, immediately they'll receive. Dividend income, immediately at the end of the year, if the company allot, they will receive. Issue of shares, rarely they will make issue. In that time, once issue, customer purchase means they will receive the money. Loans borrowed, when the banks are provided loans, they will borrow the money. But received from debtors, the second line, received from debtor is there. That received from debtor, when they will receive, for example, Jan month, they make the sales. That Jan month, whatever they made as sales on a credit basis, what is the when they will going to receive? For example, 1 lakh rupees value of goods they sold in the month of Jan, but entire amount of Jan amount sales will not be received in the next month of February, because customers cannot pay the full amount. So that what the company will do, they will be flexible to receive the money. They will give a time period. They will give the time period to receive that money from the customer when they sold on the credit basis. They'll ask you to pay within 3 months. So one third will be paid in the first month, another one third, like that. They'll give some period, or half of the payment should be made in the February, next half should be paid in the March. To 2 months period they're giving, and that is also half of the amount, like that. Okay. Cash sales, no problem. Dividend income, issued of shares and debentures, loan borrowed, immediately they receive. But whatever they made sales on a credit basis, the company will give time period to the debtors, that is to the customer who bought in the goods on a credit sales. They will have the time period to repay. It may be in 2 months or it may be 3 months, like that. The time period will be given. According to that, they only they will pay. So in the month of what they made sales on Jan, so half of the amount will be paid in the February. Then 50,000 will be paid in February. Another 50,000 will be paid in the March. Like that, we have to estimate. Okay, there will be a different adjustment will be there related to the receipt from debtors. Later, we'll discuss while doing the problem. Okay, when come to the payments, that is cash purchase. So cash purchase will be made immediately. Whatever purchase they made on cash basis, they will pay to supplier immediately to the seller. But in case of cash paid to creditors, that means when the goods are supplied by the supplier on a credit basis, or when the companies purchase the goods on a credit basis from the supplier, that is the amount they have to pay to the creditor. But here also, like that, collection from debtor, how the company giving time period to the others. When come to the payments, cash paid to the creditor. So supplier, they also will give the time period. It may be 1 month, 2 months, time period will be given. According to that, we will make the payment. So there we will get adjustment related to cash paid to the creditors. So there we will get the adjustment cash received from the debtor. So how much period company is giving to the purchaser. Here how much time period given by the supplier to the company. That we have to understand correctly. Then wages and salary. The wages and salary paid to the employees. That means what they do work on 1st January to 31st of January, the payment will be made maybe end of the month. Some of the government companies they'll pay end of the month. 31st itself they will pay the payment. Means the payment will be made in the same month. We have to consider that the payment made in the January itself. In case if the payment is made on 1st or payment is made on 5th or 10th of the February, then the payment is made 1 month delay. Understand that the payment is made for the month of Jan. If they paid at the end of the month 30 or 31st, then we have to consider that the payment is made in the same month. In case if they made on 1 day delay, 1st of February or 5th of February or 10th of the February, means it is paid in the next month. So according to that, we have to adjust the expenses. Then dividend payable. If the outsiders they invested money in their shares, for them we have to the company has to pay the dividend at the end of the year out of the profit. So that is also payment. Income tax payable. Income tax payable to the government. That is the first preference. They have to pay compulsorily income tax to the government. That is also another payment. Then redemption of shares and debentures. Redemption means repayment of shares and debentures. Okay. When the preference shares comes to repayment or debentures come to repayment, it will be issued for a time period, fixed period. So at the time of redemption comes, the company has to repay the amount, so that and that is also payment for the company. Loan repaid. So whatever loan taken, that is receipt we shown as a sources. Here at the time when the company have more profit, they can repay the amount. They can settle the amount of loan, that will be loans repaid. So that is the total payment. So whatever we have receipts and whatever we have payments, that will be total receipt minus total payment. You will get the closing balance of the cash balance. Okay, so that is the way. So when you preparing the statement cash budget, here you have to do that. See that opening balance will be given only for the first month. That is, if for example Jan, February, March, we are estimating the problem. That means opening value will be given only for a January month. Opening value of February, March, you will not get from the question. We have to identify. So when you're doing the problem, opening value only should be taken for the first month, but other expenses we can do horizontally. That is cash sales, receipt from debtors, dividend income, issue of shares and debentures, loan borrowed, information is given. We can make the entry horizontally. Then we have to take the total cash balance vertically. That is only for a first month, January only we have to take the total. Other things we cannot take the total because opening balance of February and March will not be given in the problem. But January there is availability of opening balance, so we can take the total cash balance. Then payments. So payments, whatever payments we make, that also we can take it as a one total. Then A minus B, that is total receipt minus total payments, you'll get the closing balance of which month? January, first month. That closing balance of previous year or previous month will be the opening balance of the next month. That is January's closing balance will be taken here as a opening balance. So January closing balance will be taken as a opening balance. After taking the opening balance only, we can take the second month total. All these expense receipts can be taken horizontally. When it closing the account, we have to do vertically. Okay, first month January means January should be closed. You have to get the closing balance. That should be taken as an opening balance for the next month. Other expenses, other receipts will be similar. We'll adjustment is there. According to that, we'll take. Again, February month's closing balance will be taken as a opening balance of the March. So while taking the total only, we have to do the vertical. While entering the adjustment receipts or payments, we can do horizontally. Okay, understand? While doing the problem, again, I'll explain. Thank you.